Hello, everybody, and I hope everybody that's here today is in good health. And if you're not, listen up. When you're healthy, you have many wishes. What's your wish? Is it a new boyfriend, new girlfriend, new car, new house? What's your wish? We all have different wishes, but there's one wish we all have in common. And that's the wish is when we're sick. When we're sick, what do we wish for? Of course, good health. Nothing is more important. No other wishes we have before mean nothing except for good health. Because we know that when we're sick, our life comes to a stop. All our focus is on getting better. We all understand that staying healthy is important to enjoy a good quality of life. But the funny thing is, we know that, but we don't do much about it. Why is that? In fact, many of us, even though we're feeling sick, we don't feel quite right, we know we should go to the doctor, but we put it off. We don't go. Why? Are you that kind of person that puts things off when you don't feel well and fight it out like a lot of guys do? Let me tell you my story. 7 years ago, I was 47 years old. I had my own company, had about 75 employees, and I wasn't feeling quite right. I knew something was off, but I ignored it. I said, I'll get to it later, I'm very busy. So that morning I go to work, do my normal routine, and all of a sudden I get the chest pain. I said, that ain't right. About a minute later, the numbness goes down my arm. I said, uh-oh, that ain't right. A few seconds later, I start seeing the room starting to spin. I said, uh-oh, that ain't right. Next thing I know, I'm out. My secretary calls the ambulance. I'm laying on the stretcher, and I'm thinking, is this the last day of my life? I've got this huge wish list, all these things I want to do, and I'm only 47. That ain't right. So, ironically, that year, my brother, who is my age today, which is 54, my brother died of a heart attack. No second chance for my brother. The night before he had his heart attack, he ran 3 miles. If you saw my brother, he looked great. You never knew he was at risk. It just happens, he didn't know. So, we all have heard the stories. I'm sure everybody here knows somebody who has died suddenly from cancer, heart disease, even suicide. Today we have more suicides than ever from depression, anxiety, the stress of life. It all affects us. It's just, life's tough. And it happens, it takes a beating on our body. So we humans, we're really no different than machines. Sooner or later, we're going to have a breakdown. The difference is, what can we do to help increase our chances from breaking down too soon? What we can do is take a good lesson from the automobile industry. Now think about it for a second. All of us here have cars, and we all maintain our cars very well. We know that after so many miles, we take our car in for service. We don't second guess it, we don't put it off, because we know we don't want to get stuck on the highway to our car broken down. That's the last thing we want. So we take really good care of our cars. In fact, we take better care of our car than we do our health. So we need to take that same logic now, and we need to do something with it. So what I did was, and with the help of a lot of good doctors and friends of mine, is I took that example from the automobile industry and created Eternity Medicine Age Management Program with 3 primary focuses that I thought were very important to living longer better. The first one, and I think it's the most important one, is that our job is to safeguard your life so that you don't get that sudden surprise. That's number one. That's really what's important. None of us want to die too early. The second thing is we want to increase your vitality. Just because we get older doesn't mean we have to slow down or change our way of life. Just because, you heard the expression, the 40 is a new 30. Well, I can kind of tell you the 50 is a new 30 now, because we know a lot of stuff. And I want to give you the best example I can give you. It's about a flower. If you see a flower that hasn't had any water or sunlight for a little while, what happens to that flower? It starts to wilt, and it starts to lose its beauty and its color. But you put a little bit of water back, a little bit of sunshine, and that flower comes back to life, as beautiful as ever. Our bodies are kind of the same way. Just because we're getting a little bit older doesn't mean we still can't be vibrant and beautiful like we were when we were a little bit younger. We have to unlock kind of like the mystery of it. So how do we do that? It's by doing some simple testing and getting your hormones checked out and making sure that everything's in balance, your nutrition, it all plays a vital part. We could talk a long time about how that works, but we don't have time. The third thing that we focus on is to monitor your health. Now, if I asked you in the audience today, what was your body weight 2 years ago? What was your body fat? What was your blood pressure? What was your triglycerides, your cholesterol? A lot of us probably don't remember, but it's important. We should know. Because 2 years ago, how healthy were you, and how healthy are you today? Where did you go from? Did you get better? Did you get worse? Did you stay the same? What's going on? These are very important indicators that we do now, because everything that you do now from your journey of health is going to be monitored from yesterday to where your health was, to where your health is today, and where your health is going to be tomorrow. You want to know, where am I going? So here's the difference what we do. Wherever you go now, your health goes with you. How's that possible? Because now everything is on your phone. Every checkup, every x-ray, every blood test, every medicine you take, vitamin you take, calories you burn, everything, your blood pressure is now on your phone. Everywhere you go, your health goes with you. It's important to know. So I want to give you an example of what my dad told me a long time ago and why I'm doing what I'm doing. He said, son, don't spend your whole life trying to be the richest man in the grave. Spend your whole life trying to be the oldest. And that's the eternity way. And I think we've unlocked the key on how to live longer better. Thank you very much.